Good evening, everyone. If you don't know, you should know. My name is Rameez and I am a filmmaker and a film critic. And today we're going to be talking about Creed. Not that Creed, the other Creed, the son of Apollo Creed. Creed the movie.
They don't know what we've been through. You belong here.
Creed is a film written and directed by Ryan Coogler, and it stars Michael B. Jordan, who's getting pretty big now. Literally, he's gigantic in this film, and Sylvester Stallone as Rocky Balboa. It has themes of destiny, it has themes of a true calling, and themes of change all interlaced in the screenplay. Apart from that, the cinematography of this film is very, very lavish as well. And the cinematography plays hand in hand with our characters' thoughts. Now, we've seen boxing movies over and over and over. Rocky 1 through 6, Southpaw this year, and now Creed. The final fight of Southpaw was really basic. Final boxing match in Creed is actually a lot of fun because of how different and pretty the camera work is. There are moments in the final boxing match where the camera does not cut, and the lighting of the film also characterizes and tells us the state of mind our character's going through. For one instance, there's a point where Michael B. Jordan's Creed gets like really hardly punched. Like, it's massive. After that, however, as a few seconds pass, we see his vision, and it's not necessarily a point of view, but the lighting. The whole arena kind of goes dark, and everything gets a little bit slower, and it's not necessarily told to us that it's a POV shot. So it's all very seamless, and it's all very subjective as to what you want to think as to why the lights were dim. To me, it was basically because he got punched really hard. It's that saying, the lights were on, but no one's home. He couldn't navigate his way. Very, very cool stuff indeed. There's very little you can do with sports movies, in my opinion, but Creed kind of overcomes that stereotype, as it's not a story about boxing, it's a story about hunger, it's a story about a guy who's a little bit way over his head. It's also a coming-of-age movie, as Michael B. Jordan's a little punk, kinda, in the really beginning, cocky, overzealous. And by the end of the film, he has a change in him. Stallone trains him, and Stallone puts in a fine performance, nothing to talk about. It's what the writing does for Stallone. There's a heartbreaking scene where he goes to the graveyard and he sits by Adrian. Yo, Adrian. He sits by Adrian's gravestone and he pulls out a chair from a tree he's hiding, and he just sits down and starts reading the news. And, he's kind of telling her about the news, what's going on in the world. It's kind of heartbreaking, especially when the last movie ended on a triumphant note where Stallone said, "Yo, Adrian, we did it." And he just walked away and he kind of faded in the background. It's very, very cool writing-wise to the character. And it kind of finishes Rocky Balboa's arc, as now he has become the Paulie of the team. Now Stallone is the Paulie, just not as annoying as Paulie. Now, the boxing ring is a very important part of a boxing movie. That's where all the action takes place. And the camera, in relationship to the boxing ring, plays a very, very big part. It's something I noticed. In the very beginning of the film, the camera was almost the judge of Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan's Creed, in the beginning of the film, when he's fighting these guys and he's whipping their asses easily, it goes to show that this guy is facing very little competition. The camera is not giving enough respect to Michael B. Jordan. The camera doesn't even want to step into the ring with Michael B. Jordan. He's that unimpressed. The camera is not a person, but it's a very unique and very cool choice made by the director to not go into the ring with our main protagonist until he's completely ready. When he's completely ready, the camera steps in with him, and it's a stuff of beauty. It's very little, but it's a great, great direction choice. All in all, Creed is a very good film. It's a tad formulaic because of the boxing film, the boxing genre. There's not much you can do apart from showing a character suck in the beginning, but in a boxing movie, suck at boxing in the beginning and become good at boxing at the very end. This film follows that formula almost page by page, but it does throw in enough moments of character and enough backstory and enough motivation of our main characters to, kind of separate itself from the flock. I am going to give Creed a final score of 3.5 out of 5. This is a very good film and a shocker of a film. I didn't expect this film to be this good. Thank you very much for watching, people. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button. I would really, really appreciate that. And share this video. And most of all, remember to love yourselves, people, as I will be seeing you again very, very soon.